Ladies and gentlemen, Urban Meyer probably is not going to lose his job. I'm just guessing. As you all know, his former assistant coach, Zach Smith, was involved in a domestic violence situation with his wife as early as 2009 when he was at Florida. Once he followed Urban Meyer to Ohio State, evidently another incident took place. Zach Smith is on the record stating that he never struck his wife, but his wife, ex-wife, informed the public that indeed he had committed domestic violence, and more importantly, she had told the wife of Urban Meyer, who had informed her she had to tell her husband, which was Urban Meyer, the coach at Ohio State. Therefore, Urban Meyer knew and did nothing. As a result, Ohio State put him on administrative leave, hired a firm to investigate the matter. The firm was addressing the board of trustees this morning. Urban Meyer showed up for that, and now we're waiting to see what the fallout is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not advocating for the firing of Urban Meyer. Zach Smith, yeah. Urban Meyer, poor judgment, deserves to be suspended, deserves repercussions. Lying to the media, ladies and gentlemen, is no crime. People get lied to every day. As a matter of fact, I don't know if there is a day when I don't get lied to by somebody in the sports world. Every day. If lying to the media was a crime, there wouldn't be enough space in the jails. So it's not a crime. And as a result, that's the reality. There's a flip side to it. There is something about being a leader of men. I am saying to you, Earl Bruce, the former great at Ohio State, is a mentor to Urban Meyer, and I forgot what his relationship was with Zach Smith. What was it, Nuno? Nuno? What was it? It was grandfather. Earl Bruce was the grandfather to assistant Zach Smith, and since he was also a mentor to Urban Meyer was taking care of his mentor by taking care of the mentor's grandson. Poor judgment, no question. But when you take that into consideration, I do believe there's room for a mulligan there. If you're not the one who committed domestic violence, as wrong as it was, and as desperate as the need for a reprimand calls for here, the fact that you was trying to look out for a mentor, ladies and gentlemen, that's America. There's people trying to look out for somebody other than themselves all the time. Because this guy, for all intents and purposes, wasn't the greatest assistant coach in the world. Clearly, he was there because Urban Meyer was looking out for the grandfather, who was his mentor. That doesn't mean he should be absolved. There is a stiff punishment that should come his way. But it's not like he's the one that committed the act of domestic violence. But there's something else that needs to be said. And you know what that is? If you take into account what would happen to a kid caught in the same scenario, then I think whatever would happen to the student athlete should happen to the coach. Because the coach is the leader of men. The coach is the overseer of the program. This particular coach, Urban Meyer, has been on the record saying there's a no tolerance policy with domestic violence, but he was talking about the kids. Clearly, it wasn't the coaches. So there's a level of inconsistency there that cannot be tolerated. Cannot. And my position is very clear. I'm sick and tired of ignorant, stupid, young men, damn near fresh out of the womb, being held more accountable than the actual adults. You want to hold those kids accountable, those student athletes? Fine. But don't give the man a pass when he's a grown man. I don't care that he's won 90.1% of his games. That doesn't mean he deserves a pass.